Friends, there's no doubt that most everyone that is listening to this or watching this are well aware of what's going on in the political world, especially here in Washington, where there are a few politicians beating the drum for socialism. Socialism for everyone is the answer. It is the Garden of Eden for everyone. Socialism. Now, socialism involves where the government takes care of everything. They make sure everyone has free medical care, free college, free housing, and free everything. Free food, and a check every week or every month at your choice. If you don't want to work, you'll get a check every month. Okay, that sounds better than the Garden of Eden if you were guaranteed to live forever. But it's the same thing as the Garden of Eden. Now, the question comes up, well, with all these things that is supposed to take place of capitalism, which is the system we live under now, and let me say something about this system we live under now. It's the best system this side of heaven. Because if you don't believe it, why are people getting on boats and drowning themselves trying to get to this country? Why are people going through alligators, snakes, swamps, drug pushers, sex pushers, anything that is stopping them, they'll take the chance to get to the good old U.S. of A. Best country this side of heaven. It has its problems, but who don't? Even God had his problems in heaven, didn't he? So why should we expect any more? Now, y'all know that I was a ex-Jehovah's Witness, and which completely is a brainwashing scheme, like socialism is. A brainwashing scheme. Now, all these things that they're going to give you, anyone would want that. Anyone. But then don't the question ever come up to your mind, well, why hasn't it never been here? Venezuela and a few of these other countries in South America, Russia over there has tried socialism. It doesn't work anywhere. So, if it doesn't work anywhere, there's got to be a reason. And why would you want it to work in the first place when you know it can't be done? You are living in the best country in the world this side of heaven. You know, I can sit here and run my mouth forever. And I'm in the same boat with a few other people in this world. I get $1,200 a month Social Security. And you know, I am richer than a lot of other people in this world who are rich. But I'm more richer because I'm living in the best damn country in the world. I would change places with no one. No one. Despite all these here sob sisters and these here liberals, and they complain when the sun comes up, and they complain when the sun goes down. That's a liberal for you. All he does is complain, complain, complain. Nothing is ever right for these people because it's all in the mind. They're just like, I'll give you a good example. A liberal is like a Jehovah's Witness. You can't tell them nothing. You can't tell them nothing. They stick with the same nonsense, no matter if you prove it, they're wrong, no matter what. They stick to it. So socialism and the Watchtower is the same damn thing. And you take notice, all of these people who run this country down thrive on the benefits, don't they? You take the race card hustlers like Al Sharpton. Look at the job he has. Yeah, look at the job he has on CNN, whatever, it's MSNBC, I believe, that he's on, with his $1,000 suit on. And he's always crying about slavery. See? Here's a guy with a $1,000 suit on and maybe $200,000 job. He's complaining about the system. It is in their mind. They're sick. But, friends, I'm going to close this talk about socialism. I don't usually get into politics, but being as I've gotten away from a lot of this religious nonsense, and a lot of it is nonsense. A lot of it is good, though, but a lot of it's nonsense. I'm going to try a little bit in politics. And I have even been requested to do a video on politics, and I'm going to do it and see what it's like. I don't know a lot about things, but I'll just spew out what I do know. Now, any of y'all that think I'm ranting and things like that, I'm really not ranting, friends. It's because I'm hard of hearing in the first place, and that's part of you being hard to hear is when you rant. You can't hear good, so you talk louder. So I want you to know that it is not me angry. It's not that. I can talk low and do it that way, but then I would be defeating my purpose because I would be doing something that I'm not really that kind of person. I like to rant. I see nothing wrong with it, especially if you're sticking to what's right. Now, any of y'all that think socialism is better than capitalism, drop me a line down here and tell me why you think that socialism is so great. And you got all these clowns running for president, these here Bookers and these here, I forget their names now, but there's so darn many. Everybody that is a liberal Democrat is running for president. I don't know who ain't running for president in the liberal Democrat Party. I think Nancy Pelosi is about the only one I know of that's not running for president. Now, AOL, we call her Cortez, the one that's completely gone mentally, and this Omar Muslim, this radical Omar, that's what she is. She's a Muslim. And she hates this country. She hates this country, but yet she picks her damn little check up, don't she? Every 2 weeks, however they're paid, she picks that up, don't she? Oh, I love that check. Yeah, the good old USA that you run down from the White House podium. I don't even know why they let you stay there. And these here liberal people like Pelosi have sold their country out. Oh, good old Pelosi. Pelosi, the queen of California. And the wicked witch from the West, Maxine Waters. You heard it right. The wicked witch from the West. That's Maxine Waters, who plays the race card every play. It's time for her to get a new deck of cards. Those cards are worn out. Come on, Max. Get a new deck of cards. Try a little kindness, a little sincerity. And you know, friends, I'm ashamed to admit it, but I used to be a liberal. Yes, I did. And I voted for Obama. The second time I didn't vote. I was fed up with it. But I found out that you can trust none of them. And if I play the game with them, I got to take sides. I either got to be a Republican or a Democrat. Now, we all know that the news you hear on CNN is fake news. You know that. Okay. Have you ever watched CNN? They have 2 million voters, too many people now that watch them. From 5 million to 1 million, or maybe 2. But their ratings have dropped to nothing. Just because they're running this damn liberal nonsense. They're losing, their ship is sinking, but they hang on. They hang on to that liberal platform. I would call it, when I ever go there, I will, when I see it, the panel that's speaking tonight is usually 3 or 4 people that's on that panel, and they all look like Salvation Army people. That's what CNN is, a Salvation Army. It looks so dooming, gloom. All they do is whine and cry, and that's all they do. Hillary did not lose the election. They still don't believe it. They don't. They're like the Watchtower. They don't believe it. They don't believe nothing. The only thing they agree on that Donald Trump has to go. But you know, friends, Donald Trump is not going to go. He's going to win in 2020, and it's going to be a landslide. In 2020, this country is going to really show what they really are in this country now. But I'm afraid that this country is headed for a disaster, because the people that are voting now are people that's coming out of UCLA and all these Yale universities and all these here whiners and criers. They got it made, but they want to be liberals and tear this country down. That's all they want. And I'm going to close this talk with a little conclusion. You know, when I was in the cult tower, when they taught you in the ministry school, you had to have a conclusion in your talk. And I have picked my conclusion. And this conclusion will revolves around socialism. Everyone that is liberal wants socialism. Okay? They want all these free things that only God can give, but they think they can legislate it. Yeah, they can legislate a perfect world. Try it. Try it. You'll never have it. In conclusion, friends, when they say that we're going to have all these things, we're going to get rid of cars, we're going to get rid of this, we're going to get rid of cows and tall buildings, we're going to get rid of that. And we're going to have a perfect world. They are. That's what they say. Okay? In conclusion, friends, and I'm sure you've never heard this from before because you never heard me talk before in politics. But I have a lot of things back there that I can bring out like I did on the cult tower. I told y'all things that you probably never heard before. But now, in conclusion, friends, to cover the cost of all this here liberal giveaways, the free college, the free housing, the free jobs, the free food stamps, the free, if you don't want to work, a check every week or every month, if you don't want to work, this is what they'll send you. Who's going to pay for it? Who's going to pay for all this here? Well, here's their answer now. The rich man. All we have to do is tax the rich man. Okay? You're going to tax the rich man. And everything will be okay then. and the rich man will give you all the tax money you need to run this socialist system. That's what you think, right? But I got news for you. If there are 200,000 millionaires in this world, and let's say there are 200, 300, 400 billionaires who can't even count the money they have. Billionaires. You're going to get your money from them. That's what you think. All right, I got news for you. Excuse me, friend. I got news for you liberals. The billionaire, the millionaires, and all the people who makes this world go, they all retired. They all went to their island. All 200,000, all the billionaires along with them went to their islands scattered throughout the world. They retired and they no longer use their money. They don't pay no more taxes now. They're fed up with being taxed to death. What do you do now? You said you were going to get the money out of the rich man, right? The rich man retired. He retired. There is no taxes no more. Where's the money coming from? You know, the man who writes the check is the one that you should respect. Because that man cannot sign that check for you. What do you do then? See? And if you say, well, we won't pick his tomatoes, we won't take care of his yard, we won't take care of his whatever. Well, I got news for you. The rich man didn't get rich by being stupid. He'll hire ones to do all that for him. And, brother, when the rich man retires and takes all that money with him, you'll be glad to get any damn thing to survive with then. You'll take cleaning yards, cleaning the bathroom, you'll take anything. But the news for all you liberals who think you're going to make this country socialism and you're going to get the money out of the rich man retired. The rich man retired. As of the year 2020, the rich man will retire and no longer pay taxes. He'll just sit there and live on his money that he has saved. What do you do then? What do you do then? The rich man retired. See? Rich man retired. You ain't gonna get it out of me. I don't have nothing anyway. So where's the money coming from? Think about it, friends. Remember this here. Not only can the poor man retire, the rich man can retire too. Yes, he can. If he retires, brother, we are in trouble. We are in trouble. So all you liberals who don't believe that we're living in the best country this side of heaven, you better get that nonsense out of your head. You better. Because the idea you have is not going to work. See, you can have attitudes and all this stuff you want. The bottom line is money. If you don't have the money, you can't buy the item. That's as simple as that. And I realize that we all want perfection. We all want the things that the rich man in the well-to-do has. College and good income and health care. We all want that. We do. But we all must face reality too. Who's going to pay for it? See? We as working people can't pay for it. There's not enough there. So if you say you'll get it from the rich man, in conclusion of this talk, the rich man retired in 2020 on his island. And all his friends who are billionaires too, they all, or some of them, came there with him. And they all stay on this island now. There might be 100 islands, but the billionaires have bought these islands, and now they're going to live in tranquility and get out of this stupid world that think they're going to live on them. It's all over, friends. It's all over. The rich man will retire in 2020. And it's all over then. Thank you so much, friends. I hope you enjoyed this video.